Hey guys, Rockingtheblade here once again. What's up, everybody? Welcome to. I haven't done in a while since early. I did earlier. I did one earlier this year, but I haven't done since RTB podcast. What's up, guys? A lot has happened. Some old, some new. But let's jump right into it, shall we? First one being our good old friend, CEO of Activision, Bobby Kotick. Now, I bet you're wondering, Rockingtheblade, what did he do this time? He's a greedy asshole. If you're wondering what do I mean by that, well, with Code C, which I call it that because I can't say the actual word, otherwise this video will get, you know, less people will see it. Because of the Code C, as I call it, that word, Code C. A lot of businesses like movies, restaurants, especially theme parks, with special events like, our Mickey's Not So Scary is canceled, so is Halloween Horror Nights, plus many other things and events like Comic Con and so on and so forth has been canceled because, they can't social distance / control that kind of thing and no one wants to take the risk, so I understand. So a lot of businesses, unfortunately, because of this disease, got affected. But one of the few things that didn't, besides, stores and fast food restaurants, is the video game industry. It would have been affected had it not been digital. So, see, I'm not stupid. Even though I always like both, I always want to have both, both options. There's a case people want to have a physical copy or a digital copy. This is a case why I want both options. Since stores are closing early, and the electronics store, say the store closes around 8, for example, 8:30, the electronics store will close at 7. Just to give you an example of what they do at Walmart, so you can't access the games physically. But at least you can get it digitally, and digital sales have doubled from last year, despite people losing their jobs, despite the pandemic. People's since people can't go anywhere, and no one's releasing new movies, which is funny enough. That's one of the new topic. That's the next topic we're going to discuss after this one. No one wants to take that risk, obviously. So people put a lot of money into it, and then they want to lose money because people can't go see it, / people being afraid to go to said movies, which I understand, amongst other things. So, but despite that, the gaming industry was able to thrive, make even more money than last year. But leaks have come out, and reports are saying that apparently Activision employees are making barely a minimum wage, even less than that. In other words, they're not getting well paid as they should, despite having record sales, even better than last year. And some people have come out and said that they can only buy oatmeal because that's the cheapest to buy in terms of food. Some people can't even afford to buy the lunch that they serve at the facility and at the Activision headquarters, which in my opinion I thought it was free, or should be free, because of the fact that they're making Activision tons and tons of money. But I digress. Hell, some people are even skipping meals to pay rent because last night I checked, I heard that most of these places take place in California West Coast, and living there is not exactly cheap. I haven't lived there personally. I wouldn't know, but based on what I've been told, it's not exactly a cheap place to live in comparison to Florida. I'm just saying. So, and the fact that I'm hearing this, that they're struggling, barely getting by, and meanwhile Bobby's have billions and billions of dollars and wanting to get more money, it's just fucking disgusting to me. I'm like, really, Bobby? What I'm saying? You're having record sales despite this pandemic. You can't kick down enough money to feed your people. I mean, this is why people hate capitalism. What happened to trickle down economics? If you're making more money on top, shouldn't you, and in turn, kick more money down to the bottom, to your employees? The people that are actually making you the goddamn money, instead of hoarding it yourself like a freaking dragon hoarding gold like in a castle somewhere, acting like it's all mine, and all that crap. You know what I mean? It's crap like this, Bobby. Why people will continue to draw devil horns on your head because you keep doing crap like this. Feed your employees, give them more money. If the business was suffering, not doing well, fine, I get it. I'm not stupid. You can't give what you don't have. But if you have enough, because in this case you have more than enough to give more, then what the hell? See, guys, again, this is why I emphasize the gaming industry, such as video game developers, need a union. Because they will argue for you saying, hey, look, despite the pandemic, you're still making mad money. In fact, more than last year. In turn, I think your employees that want to help you get to the wealth you have should get more. And that's only fair, and rightfully so. Bobby Cotta, you are one greedy son of a bitch, I'll tell you what. That's why I always laugh when I see devil's horns on you, because when you don't give the money to employees that they deserve, you really are the devil. Anyway, so next story. I mentioned before how movies are not wanting to take the risk because of the code V. So, but one company, aka Disney, is. If you're wondering what that is, they were going to release Mulan on Disney Plus for $30. Now, I bet you're wondering, is that for people that are newly subscribed, that just recently are going to get the app and then have to pay that fee? No. Even if you were a Disney Plus subscriber since day one, you will still have to pay the $30. So that's kind of crazy. So still, regardless, you have to pay the $30. If you're new, you have to pay a total of $30 up front. Where, you pay $37 eventually, but where you still have to pay $30. You can only save $7 depending on when you sign the contract to join. But still, for current members, it's $30. Excuse me. For new members, it's $37. And in my opinion, I don't think they should be doing that, considering the fact that because it's a pandemic, a lot of people have lost work, are not working. Some people, including me, haven't gotten no unemployment at all. Some have, but I know a lot haven't. And people are still looking for work. Granted, it's going, according to the current administration, they're trying to sign another relief check, or the president is trying to try to go over Congress or whatever to sign another relief check, another $12,000 relief check to people that in desperate need, but then they might sue and stuff, and so I don't know how that's gonna play out. This has never been done before. We've never been in a situation like this before, so I don't know how this is gonna play out. I'm just waiting the sidelines to see what's gonna happen. So until that happens, it's just who has that kind of money? You know what I mean? So in my opinion, I feel that it should be at least $20. But I know people saying, with $30 you can have 30 people over and maybe charge them $1 to get your money back. I'm like, man, you could do that, but even then, that's not really good social distancing. Unless you live in a big house, how are you going to social distance that? One, and two, even if you could, I'm saying, would they, because people out of work, will they have the time to see it? Because again, people are trying to look for work to get some kind of money to get food on the table. So I don't know. It's crazy, man. In my opinion, it should at least be 20, or at the very least, this is what I would do for new. Let's say, for example, I'm not subscribed to it, unfortunately, but hypothetically, if I wanted to see it, I would have to. If I wanted to join now and see it, I would have to pay $30. However, for the people that joined since day one, when it first launched, they should pay $15. as a way of being a loyal customer and being there since launch and not leaving, they should charge it, the $15. That's just my personal opinion, as a way of saying thank you for being subscribed to us and not leaving. Here's a brand new movie at half price. Normally 30, but since you stayed 15. That's what I would do. I would at the very least make it 20 for everybody. But if you want to, but I get what Disney's doing. To be fair, like I said, 30 for the new people, the people that's there since day one, 15. At least that's what I would do, in my opinion. But despite my objections to it, a lot of people I know are watching. There's some people that are judging, like, how can they do this? But at the same time, they're paying close attention, because if this thing is successful, you best believe, like, oh, wow, they actually did it. Yo, we got to figure out how to do this ourselves. Let's make some moves, because they're going to copy it. You just know they are. And, will I budge to see it? I don't know. Maybe. I'm thinking about it, because I was very interested in seeing that movie. I'll probably wait, if anything, until it comes out on DVD or digital. I'll get it then. Especially depending on how the reviews go. But my main concern, though, and the elephant in the room I think no one's mentioning, is that this could encourage piracy. You know what I mean? Because how pirates are. It's like, ugh, I'm just gonna hack this movie and get it for free. And that's a reality that Disney has had to face. So hopefully, let's see what happens. It's more of a wait and see game. I am interested. I am. So I got my since I am working again and I'm getting the hours, I might budge. I don't know. Especially if everyone does really, really, really well, I might budge, or at least do a free trial. At least I bet they have a free trial. At least pay the $30, just get it, see it, and then be over with it. But I don't know. It's more of a just wait and see. If it heard nothing but like, oh my god, like better even than the original one, then I'll probably definitely go give it a look and check it out. But tell me, so in the comment section below, tell me your thoughts on that. What would you do? All right, guys. Last story. Before we wrap up the podcast today. So, back when Rise of the Tomb Raider came out, I know it was a long time, but bear with me for a minute. They did an exclusive deal with Microsoft to where it was a timed exclusive to where it could only be released on Xbox for the whole year, and then PlayStation get the following year. And people, including Angry Joe, were rightfully upset. However, in the comment section, I believe it's still there. The reason why it was upsetting, I understand people having the right to be upset, but the reason why the only reason why I defended it this one time for them doing that, because at the time, I looked into it, Square Enix was financially not doing well. The Final Fantasy 13 trilogy didn't sell as well as they thought it would. It was below expectations, well below expectations, and also Final Fantasy 13 was just awful in my opinion. I tried, it was just, it was awful. And then with the with the Final Fantasy MMO game, granted now A Realm Reborn is I heard is amazing and like it's at its full potential. But when it was like Final Fantasy, I forget, I think 14 online. I heard it was like bad, and that's when I first heard the term the walking simulator. Was when I first heard that term used, because that's what most of you be doing. Yeah, you have some combat here and there, but most people are just walking. 5 minutes of fun, 20 minutes of walking. Amongst many of its bugs and problems and issues and stuff. And then, so that wasn't doing well as well. And I heard that if they had like one more big flop like that, they will go out of business. So I was like, oh. So, like, again, at the time, did you have a right to be upset? Of course. But I just kind of excused the behavior this time. Now I heard they're doing fine. Last time I checked, I heard Final Fantasy 15 sold really well. Even the remake, I think this announced not that long ago, they sold 5 million copies. So financially, Square is doing fine. So If it was like Ubisoft or Activision or EA, I would have been upset. Like, guys, you have plenty of money. What the hell are you doing? Doing that kind of crap. You shouldn't be doing that crap. But then, it was messed up, I understand. Trying to save their company from, going under. Now they're doing fine. But, and at first I thought, oh, okay. So I was only going to let it slide this time. But at first it seemed like, oh man, it's because Crystal Dynamics, aka Square Enix, is making this new Avengers game. And at first I was like, oh man, are they at it again? Like, come on guys, you're doing financially well now. Like, what's the excuse this time? But then, as I look more into it, it's not really them. They would like to all this content to be on everything. It's just, it's more of Sony/Disney kind of getting in the way, I believe. I think Sony, like, pay me. I'm not sure how that works, but no, I think Sony/Disney is getting in the way. I think maybe Sony paid Disney to, like, I think more so Sony, if you want my personal opinion, because, granted, even though, Sony owns the Spider-Man rights, film rights to Spider-Man, Disney owned everything else, and something tells me Sony, since, on the PlayStation side of things, their gaming division, they're killing it. They probably went to Disney and asked them, like, pay them money or do whatever they could to, like, hustle to, like, hey, make it to where, Spider-Man's only on PlayStation and not anything else. And remember Jim Sterling, which I first saw a video on Shanta's channel, man, brought up a good point. If you're losing something, it's one thing to lose a costume, which, okay, whatever. But to lose not just a character, but not being able to play Spider-Man on the Xbox, that kind of sucks. That really, really, really sucks. That's right, Spider-Man, it's only exclusive to PlayStation. I mean, poor Microsoft, or if it's on PC owners won't get access to Spider-Man at all, and that sucks. That I haven't seen something. I mean, it's not as bad as Street Fighter Cross Tekken, to where, like, they had more characters than Xbox, but still, this is not good either. Oh man, like, so again, it's not really from Square. It's more of like Sony doing that. But even then, it's like it makes the product inferior. And Jim brought up a good point that if that's the case, shouldn't the game be cheaper because they're getting less than in comparison to the other product? I mean, that makes sense. So, for example, if, for, the Avengers game for PS4 should be the usual price of $59.99, I believe the Xbox version should be $49.99. If you want my personal opinion, pay $10 less since they're getting less product, they should pay less money. And I agree with that. Because, it's kind of messed up that, and again, Spider-Man, dude, he's popular, for crying out loud, Far Away From Home made like $1 billion. And Into Spider-Verse is well loved and well received. I mean, heck, it won some Academy Awards. It got nominated for a lot of Academy Awards. I believe won one, I believe. So it's one of those things like, come on, really? Come on. It's freaking Spider-Man. And people lost their minds with the Miles Morales game that's been announced for PlayStation 5. So Spider-Man's a big deal. He's still popular. He's still loved. And for Sony/Disney, whoever's fault it is, to pull a stunt like this is just disgusting to me. We're still doing this crap, even in this day and age. Come on, man. That's just That's just a slap, and that's just unnecessary. And it is unfortunate, because I think this is not it's not the first time, like, freaking this happened to Microsoft. With Mortal Kombat 9. They got no exclusives, only PlayStation with Kratos. And then, with Street Fighter Cross Tekken, they got nothing with PlayStation. Had a whole bunch of characters. Now, this. Though, granted, with Mortal Kombat 9, I know people are going to say, well, they offered to get a Microsoft mascot, but Microsoft said no, which, again, it sucks. I mean, it's to add to my point, but still, it's like, really, Microsoft? Come on now, come on, compete. Stupid. But anyway, point being, it's still wrong. I think people should pay less. It's just so dumb. But that we're still doing this kind of crap, it's insane to me. times exclusives is one thing. At least eventually you'll get it. I mean, it sucks. And I agree for people to being upset having to wait longer for that. But it's eventually, if you're patient enough, it'll eventually come to your platform. But it only on that platform, like with Street Fighter Cross Tekken, where you only get this character only on this platform, it kind of sucks. And not everyone has all the systems. So some people are being left out from playing Spider-Man. That's terrible. And that's just not only greed, but just downright stupid in my opinion. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. They shouldn't be doing this. It's wrong. It's just downright wrong. It's just dumb. I'm sorry. I'm not the words to say at this point. We shouldn't be doing this, especially in this pandemic. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be doing this. We should offer people a cool escape. But now we're doing this, dick measuring contest, and for what? You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, your game's better. You just like one has less than the other. One has Spider-Man and one that doesn't. Alright, guys. In the comment section below, tell me your thoughts on all the topics I talked about today. With Activision doing well despite the pandemic. Should employees be paid more? Also with the Mulan situation, the live action Mulan movie. Would you pay the $37 or $30 to see it? Yes, no. Are you gonna wait? And with Spider-Man being only on PlayStation, on an Xbox, do you agree with the decision? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. I definitely, guys, want to hear you guys' thoughts on these topics I discussed today. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, make sure to please comment, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good jazz. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the podcast today. Peace out. Have a great day. And God bless. Bye-bye.